Okay, this is week 3, lab 3. This is William Schwab, and today we're going to investigate our for loop and what we can do with that and how it makes it more efficient coding. And here's our initial start. We're going to be using an RGB LED. And over here is our code, and as you can see, it's just bristling with comments. And what we're doing in the first part of the code is just turning on digital write each LED, and we turn them on in sequence, so it goes red, blue, green, and so on, and then we turn on combinations 2 at a time to get a mixture of colors. And over here you can see our LED was red, now it's green, now it's blue, now it's blue and red right there, and blue and green. Then we go off and all on, which should be white. Now, because it's hard to see with the individual LEDs, I have this diffuser, which is the top of my Bic pen, and that makes it just a little bit easier to see, especially the multicolor stuff in there. That's off. That should be all on or white. There's red, green, blue, and that should be blue and red, blue and green, and so on. Okay, this is the second part of the first step of the experiment, and this was just a challenge kind of thrown out by Tim just to try to get it to gradually go from red to blue. And so what we did is we put in a little for loop that starts the value out high for blue, or starts it out full on for red and full off for blue, and then gradually lowers the red value and increases the blue value to try to see the changing color. And we still have the original program, but everything is commented out. So all we're doing is this top for loop stuff. And so if we look at what we have when we run the stuff, what we have over here is it starts out all red and then it gradually gets blue. And you can see it getting bluer and bluer as we go along until it goes to all blue. Then it resets, and that is step 2 of the experiment. Okay, so for the second part of the experiment, or lab, we're doing the LEDs from the front end of the kit car, and that's the setup for what we have. What we have initially is we have a whole bunch of code that resets all the LEDs off and then sets one at a time. And it kind of goes in a like a shift register fashion or something, but you can see it's an all full-on code to get them all. And over here what we got is our LEDs, and they're just beeping back and forth, and that's the first part of our exercise. The second part will be show how efficient it is when we put in the for loop. Okay, so we're back, and this is the complete program with the for loops implemented, and so it's like one page, even with comments. And if we look over here, we can see that, yeah, it does the same thing. And the interesting thing is the two ones with the long, just brute force method, the size of the file was about 4,300 bytes. And now looking at this file size, it's not quite 1,200 bytes. So it's considerably smaller, in addition to it being just easier to make. So there we have week 3 experiments.